What's up everyone, this is GCROCK and welcome. I'm going to be going over all the PTS details for you in this video this evening. I'll be letting you know exactly how you can get on it, as I get asked this every single time a PTS goes live. First of all, PTS Phase 2 goes live tomorrow at 12 PM UK. And once we've gone over all the PTS details, I will be talking a little bit more about Division 2's live stream earlier today. So let's get straight into it. The preload for the Division 2 Phase 2 PTS is available right now. You can download it, or if you've already got it installed, you can get it updated, ready for tomorrow. And you just need to own the Division 2 on Ubisoft Connect on PC to have access to that. You'll go to the library on your Ubisoft Connect app, and it'll be in your games list. So you'll see here, I've actually got it installed, the Division 2 PTS. Because that's installed, I'm able to click on this, and it's probably already done the update because I have auto updates on, which it has done, and now I'm just waiting for it to unlock tomorrow in order to play it. So that's where I'll find it if I have it installed. If you don't have it installed, it's going to be a little bit further down in your ready to install list. So just go and find the Division 2 PTS in there, and you'll be able to install it right away, ready for tomorrow. Unfortunately, if you do own the Division 2 on Steam or Epic or on console, if you're an Xbox or PlayStation player, you are not able to get on the PTS. It's just not going to be an option for you, no matter what you do. You have to own it through Ubisoft Connect on PC to get a hold of that PTS download. So your only option really is, if you don't already have it, is to go and buy it on Ubisoft Connect PC, and then you'll have access to it, because it's the only way you can play it. Now, a lot of people at this point always have complaints about why. I think it's to do with funding and costs and how much it costs them to get it onto the PlayStation Network or the Xbox Live, for instance. It's just easier and cheaper for them, I think, to do it through their own platform. So when will this be going live in the main game? Well, we don't really know. They did speak about it or touch on it today in today's stream. They mentioned how we've currently got a new list of events for this season to close it off. We've got a couple of manhunts. On Tuesday, we're starting off a throwback project where we get to complete all of the first 10 manhunt missions to get rewards. And I think they last a couple of days each. And I think we're going to go through all of these throwback missions first before we go into season 2. They say it's kind of like a farewell to the old seasonal model, and that starts this Tuesday. So we're going to go through them, and I imagine after that is done, we'll go straight into season 2 and the new seasonal model. So we're probably looking at the end of October. The current event list is actually a good indicator as to when Season 2 might come, because they've added a lot of these global events to coincide with that new throwback event that they are doing. And they don't last a whole week, but the last one is Golden Bullet. It unlocks in 2 weeks and 6 days. They love ending on Golden Bullet, but that's going to be a Tuesday, I think, and it'll be Tuesday the 22nd of October. So I think that one will go for the whole week, which will lead up to the 29th of October. So my guess at this point is that Seasons 2 will drop on that date. I could be very wrong at the same time, though. And first, we have the PTS Phase 2 tomorrow. It's on all weekend. You can see the patch notes have just dropped for that. These patch notes just go over the changes from the first test that they did, PTS Phase 1 2 weeks ago. So they have reworked quite a bit. I'm not going to go all over this. What I'm going to do is link this down in the video description, so you can click on that and go and read this yourself if you want. We did go over it all today earlier in the stream, and we can play this from tomorrow at 12 PM UK up to 12 PM UK on Monday. I'm going to be streaming it tomorrow, so if you do want to pop in and ask some questions and see it for yourself, jump in stream. I will be live playing it. One of the things I am very happy about, though, and what I can't wait to test out tomorrow, is the Stellite Coating Modifier. This was my biggest complaint from 2 weeks ago. It absolutely sucked. But Yannick did show off how this works now. And one of the things I mentioned 2 weeks ago is just give me an indicator of what range I need to be. And you can see on screen now, they do that. We've got 2 enemies here with the modifier active, and we can see that one is yellow, which means I need to get to medium range, and one is red, which means I need to get to long range to take their shields down. And this is great, and this is going to be a huge help, because this was really frustrating. Not only that, though, they have changed this modifier as well. Beforehand, if you shot them at the wrong range, you only did 10% damage. You'll now do 40% damage when shooting them at the wrong range, which again, really helps. And on top of that, they'll also spawn less frequently. You won't see this modifier on as many enemies as we did in phase 1. Something else that they discussed was how this new event, the throwback event, was going to work in full. They said that we were going to get a calendar and things like that. I was hoping to have that for this video, but nothing has landed yet. But we are going to have like a full event calendar of what manhunts, what throwback manhunt we're going to be able to do on what days, what exotic rewards they are. And there's also going to, because it ties in with the global events that are coming as well, there'll be additional awards through the global event vendors as well. So all this information is still to come. I will have it with you as soon as we have it. Again, I was hoping to have it now, but I don't. But the event is going to be starting this Tuesday. So Tuesday, 8th of October, the throwback event starts. And before we end, there's probably one more thing that I want to discuss from this stream that was very, very interesting. In fact, I'm going to find it and I'm going to let you hear it. They asked Yannick why the priority isn't on raids or incursions right now, and his answer to me just summed it up perfectly, and I get asked this a lot of the time. So let me dig this out and you can hear it from Yannick himself.
Why are new incursions or raids not a priority for you guys? That's actually that's a good question, because it's and I don't have a good answer for you, but it's just you know, we need to, like, just because we don't do something doesn't mean that we don't like it or we don't think it should be added to the game. There's a million things we would like to do with the game. You know, pretty much I think every single comment I see in chat of people saying, add this, do that, I'm like, yep, that sounds cool. And that's why there's a lot of things. So we need to prioritize with the time we have, with the budgets we have, with what we think is best for the game, what is the most urgent to do right now, what's going to help us the most in the long run. Sometimes we prioritize things for specific type of players, other times we prioritize other things. So it is really, and you know, that's your question, why we don't think it's a priority. Well, it's just because right now we have other priorities. But once again, that doesn't mean we don't want to do it. If it were up to me, I would have 5,000 people working on this game and I would do all the things, but that would probably not be sustainable, unfortunately. So we need to unfortunately take it one thing at a time.
I think what he said there is very important for a lot of people, a lot of feedback I see all the time being a creator. Like, I see a lot from you guys and you always want that fresh content, not just raids or incursions, but you want new content. And it's important to remember that new content has been announced. It's been announced for a long time. We know we're getting the DLC Brooklyn. I imagine it's going to be great new content for us all. We're going to like that, and I imagine from that will stem more content. But it is what Yannick said, it's one thing at a time. We know they haven't got the biggest team, but they have got a bigger team than they used to have now. He did go on to discuss that they have a big enough team now to do good things with the game, but it is just taking it one step at a time. And right now their priority is just restructuring their seasonal model. They announced this when they announced season 1 first Rogue, before that season went live last season, and they said year 6 was about just getting things ready for the future content. Then they said that in their words, and what they wanted to do first is just bring the current game up to standard. So they've been working hard to do that, because you've got to remember the Division 2 was released in 2019. It's going to be a 6-year-old game next year, and there's a lot of things that do differently now, which is what they're kind of doing. I think we're going to be stuck with the Division 2 for a fair few more years. You know, Division 3 is not going to be released next year, probably not until 2027 at the earliest, I'd say, or 2028 even. So we've got like another 4 years of this game potentially, and I think the best thing to do right now is just to get the groundwork better, get the seasonal model better, work on things that matter in the long run, the stuff that's going to keep players entertained and engaged in between content, and then get out some content. So just have patience, the content is coming. I've seen a lot of people in chat earlier when we co-streamed this just talking about that again. We don't want this, we don't need modifiers and all that. I'm going to say blah blah blah, because it kind of is. They've explained this time and time again, and I think we just need to take note of that. New content is coming, and if you don't like these seasonal modifiers, if you don't like the way they're rejigging the seasons, that's fine, you can turn it off. It's not even mandatory. All this that they're doing for this new seasonal model can be switched off, and you don't even need to do it if you don't want to. You can just play through the season your normal way. So I don't think they can say fairer than that, really, and that's what I wanted to end it on. I hope to get the news to you about the throwback event as soon as possible. I'm hoping an article goes live later. If it does, I'll have it in the morning. If not, I'll probably have it before Tuesday, so probably on Monday. Because tomorrow we got the PTS. I'll be live at midday, or just before, 12 p.m. UK, and we'll go live for a few hours, test out all the new things. Again, come and jump in stream. Ask questions, I'll answer them the best that I can, and we'll test some stuff out, and I'll make some videos for you for over the weekend as well. Thank you for watching this today. Don't forget to hit like on the video, subscribe for more content. Until next time, take care and peace out.